Can you hear the music?
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this is Heat Club. This is
Heat
an
Club.
actual group that said they'd fucking, be the music for the show. So, shout
Oh,
out to
that's
Heat
what's up.
Club. Go check them out. It's Midnight in the Bay podcast. I'm your host Alex Woody, and it's episode 274. I'm live in studio in my son's room. This is California living, living in a half a bedroom. I don't even get the master bedroom. The son sleeps in there with her. And anyways, though, enough with my depressed life. We've got a guest. He's wearing a shirt that says "Do you?" So I guess all you fucking murderers, rapists, pedophiles, do you, baby? This
Oh, they
guy
gonna
loves
get caught.
everyone. Well, maybe not those guys, but this guy loves people. He's a comedian. He used to live in the Bay Area. Now he lives in Sac Nuts. Give it up for Tiny Garcia. Oh,
What's
damn. You're
good?
all
What's
fitted
good?
out. I
Oh,
gotta get
gotta
some
be, baby.
clothes.
Looks like you're sponsored by Nike. What are you, a golfer?
I play once every 5 years. So I
Not
don't
with
know if that.
yourself. I'm talking about golf.
No, golf. Yeah, I play
Oh,
once
okay.
every 5 years. I'll play.
There you go.
But
I'm a driving
yeah.
range guy myself.
Hey, see, I don't even go to the driving range. But see, I wear Nike, and you think I play golf and stuff. I like to fuck with people. But here's the thing, though, too, and you know this, Tiny, because you're not so tiny, are you? See,
Nah.
your name is Tiny, but you're big. Like my name's Woody, and I'm soft. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like it's a play on nickname, right?
But not your nipples.
No, yeah. Woof. They're, I have to wear dark colors. You know what I
To
mean?
hide
I
the
wore a
shadows.
gray shirt the other day at work, and I walked in the bathroom, and you could see my whole nipple. And I got weird X-Men nipples. They're really big when they're soft, and then when
He
they
said
get really
X-Men
hard, they're
nipples.
tiny. So when I go to the beach and shit, I'm flicking them so they stay tiny, because if they get big, I'm insecure, and I'm going down the water slide looking around, seeing if anyone's looking at my nipples and shit.
Looking like
Yeah.
Wolverine.
You got big nipples, dude?
Yeah, actually, it was. I'm a grown ass man. I'll slap anybody in the face I want. But back in the day when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
uh, they called me pepperoni nipples.
Oh, they really did?
Yeah.
Wow. I think I got that too, weirdly.
But
Wow.
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, kids were ruthless. They would bully me. Like sixth grade, I got bullied in the locker room when you had to change for PE.
Oh, I
But
wish that's when it happened.
that's when it happened, and also that's when I had to be funny too. I don't know. It was a weird year, but I learned quickly later on, because I switched middle schools, because there one opened up. It was like a godsend. One opened up by my neighborhood. They built one, and so they
Nice.
took all the kids out of the one I was at and put half of us there. And I remember this time that I would laugh with the bullies
Mm.
and then wait till they left the locker room and then change. you
Smart.
know?
You got to reinvent
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
But like I said,
right? And they say, like, you got to fall, to learn, to get back up, to dust yourself off, to learn. So I learned, like, it's better to be a bully than to get bullied. You know what I mean? Right?
so I never was a bully, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I always reacted. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I wish that did happen in the locker room because I'd smack the shit out of somebody and leave them there in their locker. But they always wanted to be bold and talk shit when they were in front of a teacher or,
Right.
walking through the quad and the principal standing there looking at me. So
Yeah. I wish I had the confidence then than I do now. You know what I
amen.
mean? I think about that with women too. I'm like, fuck, I got married too early. I'd be
Oh
killing it.
damn.
I would have the fucking AIDS, HIV. I would have all the STDs. I mean, it's probably better I'm married. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would
That's why I
have.
told the wife if I ever left, I'd become a hoe.
Oh, for sure. No, what's the one that a lot of people were getting, and you don't hear monkeypox? What the fuck happened to that? You don't hear about that anymore.
Nah, that left with COVID, man. They're on to other things, blowing shit up now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, missiles and shit. So
They're like,
what's
damn
going?
it, COVID didn't work, so we're gonna try chemical warfare now.
Well, you could say that was COVID. You know,
The
China's
beginning of it.
if you see what's going on, they infiltrated us with the virus. They got the balloons, and next they're gonna get our Mexican food. And
Speaking
slowly,
of,
if when you see Mexican food start putting orange chicken in their burritos, there's time to say something because they're here, motherfuckers.
well, no, that's America right there. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
America doing that because who cooks all of our food? Whether it's Chinese food, whether it's sushi, whether it's American food, it's all Mexicans. So we're teaching them
Afghani
all of that.
food. Yeah,
You know
Middle
what I'm saying?
Eastern.
Everything. Actually,
Really,
I just went and got falafel corner the other day, and there was 3 Mexican dudes in there serving that shit.
they're the only ones that know how to cook. That's why. That's why I
Exactly.
don't want to kick them out.
I got a chimichanga waiting for me, actually.
Oh my god. You know, there's a lot of mediocre Mexican spots though. Like I
Very
got a
true.
burrito the other day. They claim to be the best carnita. If they claim to be something, most of the time it's dog shit. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? The true OGs that make something good, they don't claim. You just see a line out the door or like word of mouth. You know what I mean?
And I'm not gonna be racist, but you got to see who's eating the food too.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Read the room. Read the room.
right.
You know?
If it's a bunch of blonde 65-year-old ladies complaining about, what the white comedian said, Yeah, right. Cut it off. Cut it off.
Time
Yeah,
to
I went to
babysit
this
some
place called. Have you ever heard of Las Palmas in Oakland?
Palmas. Can't say I
They're
have.
okay. So they're known for their steak and shrimp burrito,
Okay.
and that shit was in the hood, dude. I straight up walked in with. I didn't even realize I was wearing it. I had a Black Panther hat on.
Oh boy.
And I walked in, the black people were looking. They did a double look at my hat, but then I think they kind of respected me. They're like, "Oh, this guy's an ally," you know.
No, they're just like, oh, he keeps that in his trunk for when he comes here. He just puts it on real quick, make sure everyone's cool.
Right. I mean, right.
It's
And
your
then
ghetto pass.
when they left, I did the Wakanda forever. You
Oh
know.
damn.
Yeah. That's when they looked at me and they said, "Get the fuck out of
They're
here."
like, all right, privilege, get on.
But it's funny. You worry about offending like another race, like black people, for example. But then they're cool as fuck when you do comedy.
Oh well, see, and that's the thing. And I'm gonna bring up for an example the Chris Rock and Will Smith situation. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for everything. Like, I feel Chris was out of pocket. He was on a world stage, not at a comedy show. So therefore, you keep
Yeah.
it PG.
Right.
He went a little deep on it. So Will Smith was in his feelings and did what he did. And the same thing with comedy. When you're on stage, it's you're supposed to be able to just laugh at everything, right? Whether you're
Yeah.
making fun of yourself or you're making fun of somebody else in their race, you got to put all your heart aside. It's comedy.
Right.
Laugh or not. You know what I'm saying? Most of the
Yeah.
time, you go and laugh.
Yeah, and some people don't. It hardly happens, but that is a fear before you go on stage. You're looking at some older people and you're like, eesh. But then that means you're probably gonna bomb once you start being afraid and shit. So
Exactly.
you know what I mean? So
Be yourself.
yeah, yeah. So that's never be afraid. Old people laugh at whatever. People laugh all sorts of shit, no matter what age they are.
Yep.
Yeah, you just got to do you. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Do you.
Hey, I'm gonna bring it back around. I said I knew you because you lived in the Bay Area and did comedy out here, but before you left, you were kind of like my weed hook for a little bit. Oh, am
Nah,
I on speaker?
I'm
This
just
guy's got
fucking
a
with
family. I might say something and then see little kids. He's got little kids. Little kids hear something and then they repeat it. Weed hook, and then you're at the
you.
fucking in-laws and then they say, "Fuck mommy's butt, fuck mommy's butt." And you're like, oh god. You know what I mean?
Or you're
They
taking
still
them to school and they're like, "Oh, that's daddy. He's the weeder."
right, right. But
Then you got that freaking principal calling you for other reasons.
well, it was perfect timing though because the pandemic had happened, shit was closed. I think one of my weed dealers died, or was on a ventilator or something. And
Damn.
anyways, our paths crossed, and you had some shit that when I smoked it, I thought I had COVID. It was that strong, and I remember calling you and saying like, "Man, are you fucked up? Like, wow, I can't breathe." Like, I remember like really like, woof, fun
That's that
times.
good
I
shit.
love
That's
that. I
why.
like that. Yeah.
That's that good. Thanks to
I,
exclusive roots.
it's legal. You can talk about it. It's legal. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
100%.
So
100%. But I have been clean and sober for the last 3 weeks.
oh shit.
Yep.
You want to kill
Had
someone?
a nah, I had a job. I have a job opportunity that I have to pursue, and they frown
Well,
upon it. So
here's my question too, which I don't get, is when did the porn industry start testing for weed and alcohol and drugs? Because isn't that what the job you're going for? I thought you were a porn star.
oh well, we gotta keep that one under wraps too. No,
Oh yeah, I'm saying all the
they
wrong
call me
things.
Tiny for a reason. No,
Oh, well, it's the opposite. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Only tiny in the wintertime, right? That's when you're really gender fluid.
When it's
But
really cold out,
ooh, you jump in that cold lake. Ooh, with like putting that rainbow flag around your shoulders. You know what I mean? Oh my God.
swimming
Anyways,
around
we're gonna
catching
get
goldfish.
we're gonna get assassinated by fucking liberals. But um, yeah, the job that's tough, dude. That's really tough to do that. More power to you. I mean, I'd want to kill someone. You're probably doing meditation shit. I know what you're doing. You're looking up YouTube videos. How do you survive staying sober and
Uh,
those meditation Bruce Lee, swim like water, jump like bee, you
Coming to
know.
inner peace. Nah, it's really just a mindset, man. You put your mind to it. You got a family behind it.
You know what you have to do? You know what you have
Exactly.
to do?
What's
You
that?
have to find a substitute for it. You have to like work out, go for walks. You gotta get that energy out. That's what it is. That's why we do the drugs and the alcohol. It's to get rid of that crazy energy we
Well,
have. You know what I mean?
for me, I thought it was my creativeness. And what I found lately is that nah, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been going harder on the comedy since giving it up. Maybe
Right.
it is what you're saying, tit for tat, but um at the same time, I mean, I
It's
feel good.
time. It's time. How much time you put into something. Now you got more time. You know what I mean?
Well, 13 years straight, man. Yeah.
Woo! That's long.
2011.
Yeah.
I
You're
remember
preaching.
because I never smoked.
Yeah.
I never done any drugs to this day. I've never
Yeah.
done any drugs, but I started smoking when I first got my prescription, my legal prescription,
Oh
2011.
yeah.
And that was the first day I went into a club and never looked back.
Yeah. And now is it over for good now?
Yeah. I mean, this company's putting their money behind me. They, insuring me, vehicle, everything. So um, I got to do them a solid.
Oh, when you retire. Woo-wee.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're gonna look like one of the Kansas Chief football players. We have to carry you out in a wheelchair. That work party. Woo!
I'm be Willie Nelson out for sure.
Yeah, you know what? It's you're, work a little bit. It's not. People make it such a big deal. We blow stuff up. It's really not. You got your whole life to go back to it. Who knows? You may become a rock star. You pick up the guitar tomorrow. You could be
Right.
Axel Tiny. You never know, and then you go back to it.
But it does suck because the weed's just getting better and better and better,
Oh,
higher
dude.
potency and everything. And it's just like, man,
Woo. But you know what? To be honest, and don't want to get too negative because I'm a little high. Nothing worse than talking shit about weed when you're on weed. You know what I mean? You ever call a friend? And you're like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm really high, I feel good. Oh yeah, I stopped smoking weed."
that's
No,
me
but
every
you know
time
what?
people
No,
call me.
no, but you know what? I've thought about it, and it's good to take step breaks and come back, or don't come back and find another thing. You know what I mean? I know people that get sober and they get into they get into crazy adrenaline shit. You got to be careful. They start jumping out of airplanes and rock climbing and going down fucking hills on mountain bikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm scared of heights. So, which is funny because I'm 6'8", so every time I stand up, I'm just like, oh shit. But
Oh,
uh, but
another
yeah, I ain't
yeah,
jumping out of
another.
no damn planes. That's for damn sure.
Oh, I'll never do that, and I won't go on drop zone either. That's too much.
Oh yeah, no, especially all the fails that I see on the internet. Shit, I ain't never going on a roller coaster again in my life.
What do you mean fails?
Just all the videos, like the drop zone, for instance, where the thing didn't stop and the motherfuckers are all dead. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my god.
just like I ain't down with all
Yeah.
that. Spinning chairs and all of a sudden one just keep going.
Yeah, that's why I'll never go on a ride at like the county fair.
The carnies,
Oh,
where,
well, not
where
just
they got
because
the
of those.
people with no teeth putting shit together.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? At least Six Flags is corporate. You know what I mean? They got fucking audits and OSHA coming by. You don't have OSHA coming by the fucking fairgrounds, dude. You know what I
No,
mean? Yeah. So it's my kid's been on some rides. I don't know what that tells you about my parenting there, but you know, you need a little scared. I had to go on those rides as a kid. You need to be scared straight. You know what I mean? I remember being on that one that flips over and all your change falls out and the
oh
carnies
yeah,
underneath you catching it all, you know?
Zamboni or something like that.
Yeah, or the one that spins around and then people would throw up. Um, so but you're doing comedy now again.
Just on my Instagram, really, trying to get out there on stage, but a lot of hypocrites, man, a lot of haters.
It's tough. It's tough. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of networking, and then there's definitely always going to be haters no matter who you are.
And one of my biggest things, man, especially for these big comedy houses that charge you a cover and then tell you got a 2 item minimum, and then they don't pay their comics. It's like, bruh, you wouldn't have anybody in them seats if it wasn't for us up there doing what we're doing. So you need to pay your homage. I'm tired of people being like, oh no, you got to come by and do your time. Fuck your time. We're
Yeah,
up there doing our time.
right.
So if the place ain't gonna respect me, because I'm
Yeah,
not coming up there talking about dick jokes, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
right,
guarantee I leave your crowd laughing. It's a
right,
guarantee.
right,
Like I don't say these jokes just for the breath.
right.
So if they're not gonna respect it, then I ain't got time for them. And a lot of comics need to get on that same train because we all deserve the respect. If we're filling those seats, if there's people's asses in them seats, that's because of us, not because of what they did, not because of
Right,
their damn food.
right, right, right. That's so true. I mean, yeah, comedians definitely don't get paid enough. And it is funny that the shittier gigs I've gotten paid on, but then you
Paid
do
more,
like
right?
and then you do the nicer ones that are more fun to do and you get less hecklers, but they pay less or they don't pay at all. That is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's always been like that, and I've heard, pro comics. I don't know how you change that. I guess like you said, more people got to speak up, and the bigger
I
ones
mean,
probably do. But the bigger ones
exactly.
don't.
That's
I don't think
that's
the
it
bigger
too.
ones really give a shit. You know what I mean? They've already made it. So,
And that's the sad part about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the talent. They were the talent. You know, everything changes, everything evolves. Look at where we're
Right.
at today with everything, you know what I'm saying? And so the fact that we're still saying, oh yeah, well, I guess it's been like that forever. It's like, come on, let's change the narrative, right?
Yeah.
Let's make these people pay their homage. Like you contact a freaking Kabir Singh, you contact a Rudy Ortiz, and they tell you to screw off until you want to pay me right, pay the whole crew right, pay whoever's touching this stage with me, pay them right. You know, it's those people that need to make the voices. But hey, who am I?
You're Tiny Garcia. That's who you are.
And
No,
that's why
that's
they
good. Hey, dude, I feel you. It's not like I don't, you know. Yeah, the bigger ones definitely need to say something, but that's kind of why I want to build my own room. It's tough though. It's hard finding one, and then you find one, and it just the shows stink. Room's not right, you know, and that's where we were at. Me and Jordan Kirshner, we started a couple shows, and they just didn't work out, and we stopped, and now we have an open mic we don't even go to because it doesn't even work out. It's just I haven't
mm,
found the right room. It's all about the room, the setup, the ceilings. Is there a bar in there? What the people like? You know,
yep.
it's that's why I guess comedy is kind of magical. You know what I mean? It really is. All the right things have to line up. It's kind of like when you're with a chick, you really like her, you know, and she's a respectable chick. She just doesn't give it up. All the
Yep.
things have to line up. You got to say the right things. You got to open the door, do the right things for her, you know, for you to get some fucking magical experience, you know?
Can't take her to Denny's. You got to step it up a little bit.
You can't. You really can't, you know, unless she's intoxicated. Then you're like a god. Denny's to an intoxicated person's like going to Ruth Chris.
Well, especially now that they serve alcohol there too. Everyone's like,
What?
when?
They
Yeah,
do?
I heard Denny's serves beer and shit, don't they?
Well, who cares? We're sober, right? Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I don't drink anyways. It's just nasty.
Well, you know, that's one of my things that I got onto in the pandemic. I love beer, and it's just making me fat. I'm so bloated. I feel like that. Who's that fat dude from the Simon Pegg movies, the British dude? I feel like that dude just, ugh.
Got your keg out there?
Oh no, my mic disconnected. Ugh.
No, you're good. I hear you.
Oh, it did. You know, I got to get a better mic. Apparently $5 is not a
I
lot.
can hear you though.
No, that's good. Okay, we are back on the USB microphone. Yes.
Whoa, that totally changed.
Is that better?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like more sound canceling or something, noise canceling.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's super quiet now, and then yeah, you just chimed in, so it's
Hey, do you
that's
feel more focused? Not on the other stuff? I feel like you're focused.
uh to tell you the truth, a lot of the reason that I did smoke was to shut this thing up,
Yeah.
kind of mellow out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I might seem focused right now, but it's really I'm trying to concentrate harder because this thing's going crazy. There's
This thing's like
thousands of things
this thing's
going
like this
in
white
my
guy
head.
sucks. He was in the KKK. He definitely voted for Trump. His dick's small. He can't please his wife. I know your brain's going crazy right now. So tell me what I mean, you know, there's no script here. I did have some news stuff that maybe we could look at in a little bit, but what got you into comedy? I'm always curious about that with people.
So there was two. It was a two stager. Okay. The first one was I forget what Transformer movie it was, but it was the one where the scene is like in the beginning, and what's his name is like on a bed or something, and there's a chick on a motorcycle,
Oh,
uh, like on this chopper, and it's like the camera's moving slowly up her leg and everything, and then it pans out. Whoever the main chick was in that Transformer movie. But we're in the movie theater, me, my brother, and a couple of his friends, and the movie theater's packed because it's Transformers, right? And so they're panning up, boom, everyone's like, "Woo!" going crazy, right? Just like it's a porno or something. And then it goes dead silence once they like pan all the way out and see her laying on the bike. It goes dead silent in the theater. And I, for some reason, was like, that is a badass bike. Everybody in the fucking theater was dead, bro. They were laughing for like 5 minutes. Like people were telling people to shut up. They were laughing so loud and stuff. Like it was just going. So that was my first laugh, right? And I was like, that felt good. Never in my life did I think, oh, let's go into comedy. Let's do comedy, right? But then
You
my
never
dad,
got wait before you get into that. You never got laughs at school.
well, I got laughed at. I
Oh, you
wasn't
never.
funny in school. I beat the
Oh,
shit out of people in school. Um,
yeah, I can see that a little bit. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Oh
So
shit! Here comes Tiny. Don't say anything about his mom this time, okay, Letty?
exactly. Or my nipples, you feel me? Like
They're not
they used to call
pepperoni.
me
They're Starburst.
pepperoni nipples, donkey lips. And this is like
Oh,
all things women like nowadays, you feel me? So it's like it is what it
it
is.
is kind of that is funny. It is weird how that changed, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you
Changed the
know,
narrative.
I heard actually there's less people joining the military now. And if you look at a lot of people, everyone's fat. Everyone's soft and chilled and mellowed out, dude. I mean, this
Yeah.
is and
Everyone's
women are
just living
going for
life and
that.
loving food. We love food.
But
It's
women
because
are
we let so
going
many
for that.
Mexicans in the country making
Women
good
are
ass food.
women are going for that. My wife's beautiful, and I look in the mirror. I said, Jesus Christ! Especially on a cold morning, I look and I'm like, wow. I mean, first of all, I didn't know she liked women, but this is I can't believe she likes this, you know. And I've seen women out there smoking beautiful. I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill my wife for her. And they're with like the ugliest dude you've ever seen in your life, you know?
For one, it's security. And for two, maybe they have a female fetish where they're like, oh, well, my guy's got titties and he doesn't have to have a strap on. You know what I'm saying? He got a dick. So it's like the best of both worlds.
That's really where you say that because she likes to grab these. And you know it's crazy too. I've done it before. I don't really like to do it because it's weird, but I'll grab them when I'm jerking it. Oh God, I'm disgusting.
Oh,
But
you're
part
hilarious.
two, part two, the dad, your dad.
My dad, oh, yeah. So part two is my dad. I was living with him at the time. Uh, and he says that he has a friend that he went to school with in elementary school that does comedy. And I said, word. So he took me to a comedy show at Tommy T's to watch him. Because my dad grew up in Pleasanton.
Oh, hey,
And
that's where I grew up.
oh, really?
Uh, huh.
What school did you go to?
Really, a Mexican grew up in Pleasanton, huh?
Oh, the Garcias are notorious in Pleasanton, my dude. Shoot. I even
Cherry,
roamed. What school did you go to? Elementary school.
Lydixon.
Okay, what middle school?
It was PMS and then Hart,
You're a PMSer.
and then Foothill. Ah.
So then you know my cousins, the Fullers. Diana, Desiree,
Maybe,
and Michael.
maybe I don't know. That might be a little bit before my time. I look 45, but I'm only 35.
No, yeah, you're the same age as me, bro.
Oh, okay. I
Um,
thought you were like 28 or something.
yeah, I wish. Um, I'm class of '04 high school,
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah.
um,
Huh. Maybe I
I went to
know.
Harvest Park.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I went to Walnut Grove,
Okay.
um, which is right next to Harvest Park, and then I got kicked out of there. I had to go to Monte Vista. Got expelled from there.
Oh, you
Yep.
know, we're talking on the audience like, what the hell are they talking about?
No,
I'm just gonna describe the women at Monte Vista. Perfect.
really.
Like I, for some reason, rich people make really good looking kids.
Oh, Monte Vista Elementary, not high school.
Oh,
In
God, yeah,
Pleasanton.
yeah. You're
In
like, what the
Pleasanton.
hell is
Yeah,
wrong
no,
with you?
no, no. The
No,
reason
it's
why
not
I
the
got
high
kicked
school,
out
not
of
high
that
school. I'm
school
not
was because I
Epstein.
clowned. I was like, no, no. Yeah,
Michael
definitely
Jackson.
not.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about that Monte Vista though, because I went to Pinole Valley High School for a while, and we played them, and we ended up brawling on the field after the game.
Damn. Were they
But
saying that? They were probably saying the N word and stuff. They're fucking white
Yeah, they
little
was getting
kids. Yeah.
super. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they're saying white dumb shit. I know
to the
it.
wrong people. I mean, we had
Yeah.
half of Richmond on our team, and it was a bad look.
A quick
But
thing about that high school football, that league and stuff. I don't know if it was '04, but around then, they put De La Salle, who is a private school. They can recruit kids. They have all the money in
mhm,
the world because they're backed up by the Catholic pedophiles, and so
yep,
they were thrown into our league, public schools,
yep,
funded by fucking working class people. You know,
damn near a college, right?
right? Damn near college. So we never, after that '04, '05, we always got to the semifinals and we never got to play in the Oakland Coliseum or any of the big venues for the
Hmm.
championship because we had to go through them. And it was like, playing against an
Never gonna
NFL
happen.
team. It was horrible. We looked like a women's volleyball team. I mean, it was, whew. Yeah, but I got playing time because I was always backup. I didn't really play a lot. I mean, one of the guys that started in front of me played D1, so I mean, I could say that. But um, they always would put me in after they let the handicap guy score a touchdown. Then they
What
put me in.
position?
I'm like, that's why I had no self esteem in high school. No. But fun times. Pinole, ooh, damn, you're playing with little fucking knives in your pants and shit.
Oh, so I mean, that wasn't my only. So I went to Pioneer High in Santa Rosa, which, if you do the research on that, that's one of the ghettoest schools you'll ever been to. Like, literally, lunchtime, the quad was separated by two gangs.
Yeah.
That was it.
Damn,
Um,
did you want to do a tour of the high schools and check them just all out and stuff while you still could, or?
right now, I got
Ooh, he getting in trouble, boy. He getting in trouble. Yep.
that, and like my upbringing was like wherever I could lay a head, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
where is where I resided. So I mean, I even ended so Pinole, Santa Rosa, and I ended my career in high school in Tracy at West High.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I was all over the map,
Damn.
which is probably one of the reasons I never went to college, but is what it is. Football, I'm better off without it. If I had a boy, I wouldn't want to push him towards football the way that my body and everything turned out. It's good, you know. I don't wish anybody's kids to play football.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in that. Woo! You just hit my bell because I'm in that predicament right now. It is safer than when we played. I will say that. But yeah, because he's playing flag football right now. So
Mm.
you know what the next step
Now,
is.
I want to touch on that real quick, just real quick before we get back to how I got into comedy. About it's getting safer now. Equipment is getting safer, but if you realize, just like what I've been talking this whole time, evolution, right? We evolve. People and kids are getting faster and stronger. So is it
That's true.
really
That's a good
safer?
point. I like that.
Because
I haven't heard
the
that.
helmets and everything might get
I
better,
like
but these
that.
motherfuckers are hitting. These fools are fast.
Well, and I will say this, it is annoying watching it now in the NFL because they get penalized on every hit. You can
Mhm.
barely hit anyone now. You know what I mean?
No contact.
Well, maybe I'll get him into rugby or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there you go. Is he
I
half
don't know. I
Samoan
mean,
or something? Like,
he's in the basketball and baseball, so hopefully
I
that'll
see
take
him in
off.
basketball. That boy balling. Tell him to just keep up with that, man.
Now let
Ask
me
Steph Curry.
okay,
He ain't got no concussions.
right, right. Now let me ask you a question on this. I mean, you have girls, but I mean, you're probably going to go through this too. I went through this recently. He's one of the best players on the team, fourth and fifth graders. They just had their championship game. He only played 10 minutes of the game. In that 10 minutes, he had 6 points. He was benched the rest of the game. I was so pissed off. And afterwards, I couldn't believe I'm one of those dads. But I went up to the coach afterwards and I asked him, why didn't he play? And afterwards, I kind of felt like a D bag. I was that dad. But at the same time, this guy sent us an email the night before the game saying, "Oh, remember, this isn't an NBA game. These are fourth and fifth graders. They're out here to having fun." Well, if we're out here having fun, why isn't he playing? And also, he's one of your best shooters. You know what the coach said? He's not as fast as the other kids. You still need a rebounder. You still need a center. Look at fucking Shaq.
You need a point scorer. Did they win the game?
No,
Bruh.
I know.
I would have been more than in his ass because I would have told the coach about himself. I would have told him, like, bro, how do you think you got here?
Right. Oh, his kid played the whole game.
Oh, see, that's the bullshit. I
I
mean,
know. I think we were
they
talking about
wouldn't have
maybe.
been got to the they wouldn't have got to the championship, I'm sure, if it wasn't for a lot of your son's points. Because I watch his videos, your little
Right.
highlight reels you be doing. That
Yeah.
motherfucker be sinking them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right. He's killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't.
So
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. If you're a scorer, if you're a baller, like the way you started the season or been throughout the
Yeah.
season should have continued into the championship.
Yeah. I
Now,
didn't.
if you guys were blowing them out of the water, 50 points, and you want to get some kids in that haven't played, you know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, I
saying? You
get
got
that.
somebody, then yeah, that's one thing. But I
And
mean, if you
and, and
guys are in a championship losing and you ain't scoring, throw them in. What the fuck?
and he's really not that slow. He's a bigger kid, but he's not that slow. And here's the other thing too. I know, like I said, I know what I'm talking about. It's not like he's the kid who's scared of the ball. You know what I mean? You ever see one of
Mhm.
those kids? I get why that kid's benched,
Oh yeah.
but so anyways, it's this is the stuff as they get older, you start dealing with different stuff and
Well, I
anyways.
deal with it at the park because my daughter's like almost 3 foot, not even 3 years old yet, and kids are running around like 8, 10-year-olds. Like my daughter's 2.5. Y'all need to calm down. Like she's not
Oh,
on your
right,
level.
right, right,
She's your size, but she ain't on your level.
right.
So I'm already having to deal with uh with those type of issues already.
So your dad,
Oh, so yes, my dad, he takes me to Tommy T's to
right.
watch his buddy. And his buddy is Mario Montez, the butcher,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
um, who has now moved to New York, I believe. But it was to watch him, and so it was him opening, and it was John Witherspoon, which I believe, rest in peace, um, was the headliner. My dad's friend had me pissing my pants, and he was talking about local stuff, talking about Bart. Just his material was way better than John Witherspoon's, and I was dying, and even the
Really?
crowd was. Yeah, that's the way I felt. And so that night is the night that I told my dad, I was like, I think I could do this. And it's one thing to make your family laugh, make your friends laugh, but to be able to come up with methodical material to get other people to listen and laugh at is a true art form. So when we step on stage and we make people laugh, like they don't know how much time and effort and work goes into making that joke. And
I
that
think
was one of the
that's
things that grabbed me. Was like,
I think that's one of the problems of why maybe people don't get paid. And the respect level from like friends and family. You know what I mean? Because
right, right.
everyone thinks they can do it. I thought I could do it. You thought you could do it, and then you get in it, you're like, I can't do this, but I want to try. And keep trying till you can, right? Yeah, So now though, with podcasts and stuff, maybe people are going to be open and see how challenging it is and nerve wracking and stressful. You know.
Hmm. That, and I think COVID did us a big favor because people just want content. You know what I mean? They just want
Yeah.
something new to watch because they're bored with everything else that they've been
What
rerunning
was
for
what
the
was
past
the shit
years.
you were doing? Weren't you on a TV show or something during
I
the
was on a
pandemic time?
podcast and I was on a web
Movie?
series. Yeah,
Yeah. How'd that go?
the web series took off.
Yeah.
They're on like season 3 right now. They've been in like little film festivals, things like that. It's called Reckless Behavior.
Yeah.
Um, mm, what's funny about it is, um, back on the racist topic, a lot of people think I'm black, and that's what the actual role was, like a black older brother. Um, and everybody in the cast is black. Everybody. That's what they wanted.
Hey, you could
And
pull up. I thought you were black. You totally could play.
so I pulled up. I didn't say nothing to them.
Yeah.
They see my name though, Ron Garcia. Like you see it.
Yeah.
Um, I went up, killed it, got the call, like, hey, we want you. So I became the older brother to the main character, Michaela, and she's also the writer, creator, and everything of the show.
Yeah.
Everything is her. And it wasn't until like episode 4 or 5 where it said the NIGGA word. And so I asked everybody, even my best friend's black. And before I ever said that word around him, because it's always been in my vocabulary, I've always said it, never the ER,
Yeah.
right? The GGA though.
The
And
GG, I
that's
feel like
just,
in your defense, I feel like the GGA is a lot more friendlier than the GGER. I feel like the GGER is like you're being a
yeah,
dickhead.
that's straight racist. But the
Yeah.
GGA is for like more people of color. So like I'm half Hispanic, so it's cool. But we white people say it, pure white people, then it's just like, hey, wait a minute. What'd you
Yeah.
just say? Let
Yeesh.
me double check that.
Yeah, stay in your car, not around people, okay, white people.
Exactly. Say it in the mirror. But it wasn't until that on the script did I ask everybody, hey, y'all cool with me saying this?
Yeah.
And they all looked at me like, huh? Why? What? I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys don't, I'm half white and half Mexican. Like I say that in my jokes, and it's not just a joke. Like that's what I am. I'm half white and half Mexican. My mom's white, my dad's Mexican. And they were like, just totally floored. And I could see Michaela, the main chick, she's just like, you're not going to be a part of this anymore. Like you are so fucking out because we thought we were all black cast and you're fucking it up. But
Wow.
no, it didn't go down like that. They were like perfectly fine. They're like, bro, you good? Like we don't care.
Yeah.
Like we thought you was the whole time. My
Uh,
wife is actually half Mexican and half black. And when we first got together, all her friends were like, thought I was black and thought that she was not.
yeah.
It's like, nah. But but I was a part of that, and then moved up to Sacramento and just couldn't commute all the time to be able to shoot that in Hayward. So um, they did a farewell to me to where Travis, which was my character, he moved away to Atlanta. Um, so I
Oh, they
might do
didn't
a
kill you
cameo,
off? That would have been cool.
right? Get hit by a car or something. No, they flew me off,
Oh.
shipped my
Woo.
ass to Atlanta.
They should have
But
said, and he's not black.
right,
Tune in next season. Yeah. Oh God, that's
but
funny.
they've
That's
gotten a
almost
big
like a hey,
following.
that's a comedy skit right there where people think you're black and then you're not, and it just their heads explode, you know?
Well, that's why I like to clarify on my shows and tell them, like I'm half white and half Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Which means I'll smoke your grass and cut it too, but
Right.
just leave it at that. Um,
Yeah.
but it's an eye opener for a lot of people. Like, huh?
So what's your goals now with the comedy and acting coming up in the new year?
So I was also a part of like before I even got into comedy, before I even got on that show, before I even grew up really. I was in a couple like independent films that I was supposed to get copies of for my uh biography or whatnot, and those all fell through. But um, if anybody ever hits me up and wants me to be a part of their movie or whatnot, I'll definitely jump on that for sure. Because acting is like a true passion of
You got
mine.
any acting reels that people can go check out?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like they was
Oh,
all supposed to give me these things, and they all fell through. Like ain't
yeah.
got nothing. Only thing that you could see is me on reckless behavior on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Go check that
Um,
out.
there you go. Yep. Uh, but maybe one day start a podcast like you, call it Midnight in Sacramento or something.
Oh, Midnight in Sac.
um,
Sac Night.
there you
Oh,
go. It might mean something different though. But
yeah.
definitely want to get back into comedy, get back on stage, share that passion.
Nothing. It's nothing better. And I did a open mic after a show, and there was like hardly anyone in there, but like I talked about kind of real shit that was kind of funny, and it was like awkward, but almost like therapy too, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it can't just be all therapy. I mean, it's got to be funny, but I'm just saying there is sometimes when you talk about the dark stuff in life or stuff maybe you don't talk about with your friends, but you'll say it on stage, you know,
Mhm.
it can really hit and you may not even know it. And then you get some therapy out of it too, you know?
Definitely.
So, but anyways, that's the
I,
show. That's the show.
that's what it
What do
is.
you think? First
Not
time
bad.
on Midnight in the Bay.
It was fucking fun. I had
We
fun.
didn't get to the news stuff, but you know, I try not to keep it too long because I know people got a ton of stuff to listen to. You know, I'm competing with Joe Rogan and you know, two girls in one cup and fucking
Two hot
ESPN.
takes and shoot. You know who got a funny ass podcast? Is that Frankie Quinones.
Oh yeah, I'll check that out. You told me about that. Yeah, I'll check that out.
He
I
brings his
love Rudy
mom on, and they
Ortiz
had me
too.
rolling.
I love Rudy Ortiz too.
Rudy Ortiz is a beast, man. He's probably my Samuel Bade and him are my favorite Bay Area comics.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Um, there was another comic that I had respect for, but he got in his feelings about something that I said, and he wanted to talk all this trash. And still to this day, I told him if we ever see each other, if you want to go ahead and try to slap me, I'm gonna guarantee slap you back. But uh, yeah, I lost respect for that dude. But there's definitely a lot of talent in the Bay that's untapped, and like yourself, you know what I'm saying? As long as you can get up on stage and actually stand up there and not cower, you know what I'm saying? It's uh
And like I said, we all struggle with getting gigs and not getting the hate. You know, the thing I told my son to put a bow on this podcast, I told my son, you know, because he was upset he didn't play that much.
mm,
I told him, you know, this is a good life lesson because not everyone's going to respect you and you got to earn the respect all the time. And I told him about comedy because I don't even know if people know that about comedy. People see you bomb and they think that's you. And then you hit them
mm,
up for gigs, you know, and they don't return your message, and you may not be on the same show with them for a long time. I don't know. It's a lot of earning respect in comedy, but the reward is amazing, and you know we're gonna keep going.
I agree.
So I look forward to seeing you out there, and we'll have you back on. And next time you come on, we'll do the news and riff on the news and all that shit.
10-4. I appreciate you.
I'll see you. Okay.
Peace.
All right. Later. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little ad read here. You can hang. I'm gonna do a little ad read here. Oh, is this microphone still going? This all right. Hey, well, this podcast is brought to you by Silver Tongue Audio. Go to silvertongueaudio.org and you will see my podcast there, free to download, and you'll see Dazed and Disturbed. That is a podcast about dark things with the help of Mary Jane. Some light is shined on these dark things, and it's very fun and entertaining. Also, go check out NPC podcast there, free downloads right there. It's amazing. It's killer. It's about video games. You're gonna dig it. Um, sorry, this microphone keeps bothering me. It keeps. I love technology. Oh my god, technology is changing the world. Yeah, it's changing the world for the worse because it's driving me crazy. Just go to Silver Tongue Audio if you like free content. They're great podcasts. A lot coming to Silver Tongue Audio. There's people, talented people saying, "Hey, I put me in contact with your producer. I want to have a podcast on your station. I want to help build it." So watch out, folks. Here's Heat Club with Dangerous. Go to my Instagram too, _ Alex Woody Comedy for live dates. Bye.